If you like to cook with fresh herbs but aren't sure how to store them, these quick tips will help you extend their freshness.
Hi, I'm Chef Durham from the Santa Fe Culinary Academy, and one thing that I really like to do, and if you work in the kitchen at all, you probably enjoy using some fresh herbs. Now, if you go to the marketplace or what have you, you might see little boxes of fresh herbs as such, and they can run you $3 or $4. But maybe you're just following a recipe, and the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of fresh baby dill. So you go to the store, you buy the baby dill, you get your 1 tablespoon, you chop it up, you add it to your gravlax or what have you, and then you're left over with this, what is rather expensive, remainder of your fresh herbs. So it's really important to handle them properly, to store them properly, and to know what to do with them after they're less than fresh to get the most for your dollar and the most out of your herbs. So I'm going to show you a couple tricks to make that happen. Let's say you did use all the baby dill that you needed and you're left over with a little bit extra. A general rule of thumb is to treat your fresh herbs like you would fresh flowers. So what I do is I take them home, I trim the ends, because this is still a living, breathing thing. So we've just trimmed the ends like you would again with fresh flowers to expose a fresh cut here. And then what I like to do is I will take a little vessel, I'll put some cool water in it, and then with a paper towel, I will just wrap this up. I get a little bit wet and I wrap it up into a little bouquet. And then I can set this into another vessel, and you might even want to put a little bit of extra water in there, and that just keeps it hydrated and what have you, and keeps it nice and fresh. Now don't just set this next to your stove. We want to put this in the refrigerator, and that'll prolong the life as well. However, the refrigerator has real drying air in there, and it's going to suck the life right out of this. So in order to prevent that from happening, I'll take another paper towel and just loosely drape it over the top, all right? And that just protects it from the drying air in the refrigerator. What you really don't want to do is keep your herbs just trapped in a little plastic bag, because there still is some respiration going on in these little leaves right here. And as they live, oxygen is leaving these herbs right here. So inside this little bag, it's getting full of oxygen, but they want to breathe carbon dioxide, so they're basically suffocating themselves. You at least want to give it a little bit, crack it open so they're not suffocating, and then once again, put a wet paper towel in there, give it a little bit of hydration. This will keep them a lot fresher, a lot longer. If they go past the point of no return, it's still not too late to use your herbs. You can dry them. So before they turn into a black mess in one of those drawers in your refrigerator, you can take your herbs and spread them out neatly onto a sheet pan such as this, and just leave it out in your kitchen for about a day and a half. Here in New Mexico, as you may know, it doesn't, in fact, if you want to dry something, all you have to do is not put water on it. So we'll just leave these out for a day or two, and they will become nice and dry, and then you can pack them up in a little mason jar or what have you. Sometimes we like to put them into a little vessel of extra virgin olive oil to infuse those herb flavors, but there's a million uses for herbs in the kitchen, and using some of these techniques, you can get much more bang for your buck. I'm Durham with the Santa Fe Culinary Academy. Check us out online at santafeculinaryacademy.com. Look up some of the recipes, check out our class calendar, and learn more about our 1-year professional culinary program. Thanks very much.